Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Pelly's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be examining a mega masterpiece from the house of Giorgio Armani. This is Acqua Di Gio, which came out in 1996. This is classified as an aromatic aquatic fragrance. The bottle I am holding is actually a vintage bottle from 1996. This is a 15 milliliter bottle I was able to obtain online. There was 5 milliliters left, and as you can see, there's just a little bit of juice left, and I'm going to use it to do tonight's review. This may be the finest aquatic fragrance ever, but you have to get an older formulation or a vintage formulation. The most recent formulation is an absolute disaster, and many people that try it are disappointed. They're saying, well, why is this considered a masterpiece? This isn't that good, and that's because the reformulations have basically turned it into a laughable fragrance. I vividly remember when this fragrance came out. It had such mass appeal that anyone could wear it basically at any age and in a variety of circumstances. So if you're in junior high, high school, you could wear it. University, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. There was so much mass appeal. That was the key, I think, to its success. I think this is a very, very, very nostalgic fragrance whose scent profile is unmistakable and unforgettable. So this one has a built-in sprayer, so let me give it a quick spray. So initially there is a stunning kind of play between lemon and lime vibes that are sour and tart, but there's some sweetness from like a mandarin orange. As it starts to dry down, there's some depth added with like this saltiness from these sea notes, and there's some beautiful floral notes and a tad of spiciness. And this is one thing about this fragrance. It is so well blended, and it develops in a way that it just increases your interest, and it heightens the fragrance from just being a linear fragrance to being actually a very, very complex aquatic fragrance. The later dry down becomes more woody. It's still aquatic. It's fresh floral. And this just becomes a master composition and blend. As advertised, there are many notes. The top notes are lime, lemon, bergamot, jasmine, orange, mandarin, and neroli. The mid notes are various sea notes: cologne, jasmine, peach, freesia, rosemary, hyacinth, cyclamen, coriander, nutmeg, violet, rose, and mignonette. The base notes are white musk, cedar, oak moss, patchouli, and amber. Final thoughts on this. This was once a brilliant fragrance that, in my opinion, the current formulations are not worth buying. If you ever can come across an older formulation, I would say maybe 10 years or previous to that, or a vintage, and if it's a decent price and you like aquatic fragrances, I would definitely give it a try, but it's going to be very hard to find anything for a decent price because the scarcity is very, very high. And like I said, the comments that many people have are based on the newer formulations. So if you do find a vintage one, it will be considerably different. And people may ask, well, what is the difference between the newer formulations and the older ones? It would be the complexity of the fragrance. The new ones smell more synthetic. The old ones are more natural. And also there's much more depth and performance to the older fragrance. They don't even really smell that much alike. And I was once heard a comment by my good buddy Vic that described the fragrance that kind of smelled like a KFC wet nap. And this kind of, the newer formulation of Giorgio Armani has that synthetic feel. Like I said, these online are going to cost you, even a small bottle will cost you several $100s. But this particular vintage version, I got 6 to 7 hours, great performance. It has breathtaking scent trails and wafts that makes one feel kind of reborn inside, and almost like you're vacationing on an Italian beach where there's just you, the water, the wind, the sand, and the sun. So it's a very pleasurable, uplifting, invigorating fragrance that I still, to this day, when this came out, and even the later formulations up to maybe 2010, I've never heard anyone complain about this fragrance or really dislike it. The dislike comes from the newer formulations. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments, questions, or experiences you have with the newer Acqua Di Gio or any of the flankers, or the vintage or any other formulation, leave them down below and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.